Okay. I never said I was classy, okay? But, because I have it all on my BlackBerry, because I'm very modern, so. Since I've been here, a lot of you guys have known that I've known Robyn since high school. And I've met a lot of people that she's met in LA and in college. Lori was also with us in high school. And the thing is, this might be a couple minutes, so I gotta give you good Robyn stories though. Robyn and me met, and she did not want to like me. But we talked for 5 minutes, and then we realized we just got along way too well, and I think like an hour later we were out driving and getting Slurpees. And at first glance, Robyn and I would not seem, like the close friends, as I had never owned a New Kids on the Block album, nor had I ever watched an episode of The Real World. But Robyn's kind of evil, if you know her. And our kind of sense of humor like that just kind of meshed. And because of that's why I've always loved her. And now I gotta look at everything, because the thing is why I met Robyn in high school, and high school obviously is a horrible time for most people, and everyone's insecure and concerned about what other people think. But the friendship that I built with Robyn, we never put on fronts for anyone, and we kind of told each other how it was. And I think that because of this, that's why we are the women we are today, and we're kind of loud and kind of outspoken, and that's why I love her. And I met because we were in flags together, and we were both kind of even though it was like a school spirit marching band thing, we were rebels, we were anarchists. Like, they told you not to smoke cigarettes in your parkette jacket, and I don't think Robyn and me ever inhaled a cigarette before the age of 18, but yeah, we would just take pictures of us smoking in the parkette jacket just because it was wrong. And as one of my favorite stories about Robyn is we were supposed to wear matching outfits, Mickey Mouse shirt or Disney shirts, some crap about wishing upon a star on these personalized shirts, and then Mickey Mouse boxers, and we were all supposed to wear them one day at band camp, and Robyn and me refused. We were defiant, okay? Wasn't exactly women's lib, but we did what we could do. And we were forced to run laps, which we did, and we laughed the entire time, and I look back on it now, and it wasn't humiliating running laps in front of over 100 people. It was more humiliating to wear Disney clothes after the age of puberty, as far as I'm concerned. And Robyn will agree. So, exactly. And this is why I love her. Even though, as I get to the main part of my little speech, if you know Robyn, and we've touched on this a little bit, Robyn, pardon my French, has the most shit taste in music you've ever heard. You know it. And so when she met Steve and she did this whole eHarmony thing, and I remember she tells me she met him. I think then they had it. She's like, well, I don't know if would I call him now, or what's the that whole like first little tingly whatever. And so they started dating, and when I told her when she embarked on this whole eHarmony thing, I'm like, I'm all for people being themselves and showing, putting it all out there. And you guys can totally drink when I'm doing this, by the way, because, I'm taking a couple minutes. So just, you don't have to worry about, waiting to do it. But I was like, I'm all for that. But I'm like, if you want to, meet someone, I'd keep this music stuff to yourself, until, maybe after the honeymoon, if you do meet someone, because it's bad. It's real bad. As I wrote on here, I think a lot of current adult contemporary station playlists are probably too edgy for Robyn. So when she met, Steve, and I was like, well, does he know? Does he know about the Clay Aiken thing? Because, that's a deal breaker right there. I'm sorry. And sorry, Irene. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. But So she tells me, and I knew that this was for real, and I figured it was anyways, but when she tells me how he got her Barry Manilow tickets, and he actually held up his end of the bargain and took her to the concert. And it's actually a great story. Like, Barry Manilow does some crotch grabbing. You have to ask him about it. In the encore, it's quite... But when she IM'd me this, I was at work one day, and I said, don't ever screw this up, because you're not going to find another one that's going to take you to a Barry Manilow show. And so the first time that I ever talked to Steve, the first thing I had to ask him was, oh, come on, how the hell do you put up with, she's got the worst music taste in the world. And he told me, and that was actually, if you want to know, that was I think eHarmony has the 39 points of compatibility. They matched out 38 out of 39. And the one they didn't match on was music. But no straight male, would match on that one, the music, for Robyn. So the fact that she found one that put up with the rest of the 38 points or whatever she does, good for her. So anyway, so I talked to Steve, and I said, how do you put up with this crap? And he told me, he took her to the Barry Manilow, so we know that he indulges her, whatever. And he said, well, a lot of times when we're driving in the car, I make sure that the station or whatever is playing, she doesn't know the lyrics to. Because if you know Robyn, she sings, even if a song comes up, it doesn't have to be on the radio, and she'll sing the whole damn song. And it's, God, I love you, Robyn. And I thought, wow, this is amazing. Why didn't I think of this in high school? Because now I would not know all the lyrics to Air Supply's Greatest Hits. But then I thought, now I also know why she drove the car. Even after I turned 16, she had to drive because she had control of the radio. So it got me to thinking, and I realized sometimes in life we have to we take risks because we never know if anything's going to work out or if anything's for certain, and sometimes we have to let someone else drive and, let someone else have control of the radio. And if we can get to that, and you don't know if you're going to make a destination, but you're going to have a really good time along the way, and you find someone that actually wants to take the drive with you, which is more than most people do. So that is why I toast Robyn and Steve, because I think you guys are going to be driving together for a very long time and listening to very bad music. But hey, who would have it any other way? Because I would never have ever imagined she'd find someone so perfect and that compliments her so, and that considers her such a life partner, and that considers her as checks and balances, as you told me. And it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard. So I just leave you with this one last tribute. I hope you hang tough forever while you're making love out of nothing at all.
We have the father of bride.